Home of the brave. Over.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are in with tonight's ceremony. So I want to start. I am not Dr. Lisa Luna. She could not be here tonight. My name is Alexander Ashoff. I am the District Coordinator of Science, PE, and Wellness at Proviso Township High Schools. And it is my great honor to welcome everyone here tonight to Proviso East. And I want to do so by starting basically and saying many thanks. So first I want to start with our principal, Rodney Hull, for thanking him for allowing us to use this space in these times and being here together. This is a long time standing tradition that we've been doing here at Proviso for the Society of Women in Engineering Awards for quite some time. Next, our maintenance department for kind of putting things together for us and getting up these microphones, getting everything. Our IT department, Mr. Smith and Mr. Bennett, thank you. And have to make sure to acknowledge Mr. Robert Curley, who is our retired Proviso science teacher, who has, I think, over now 40 years in the district, and he's continued to kind of take on the Master of Ceremonies here and kind of putting and orchestrating this together for all of our students. Next, we have our champion teachers from each building, Ms. Razik, Ms. Michelle Lucas-Dunkins, and Dr. Burton here, who have been helping out at each school at Proviso East, Proviso West, and Proviso Math and Science Academy. So again, thank you. Next, the teachers here are going to be recognized a little bit and saying thanks by our scholars. But I also want to make sure to honor and recognize our parents here in the room. You know, when I was thinking about this award, I often think back to my own 3 children and the journey at a very, very young age and trying to inspire that idea of exploration and curiosity. And that's what a lot of what science is about, this idea of investigation. And even this idea of when they're very young, I always think of them getting into the cupboards and the hardware drawers and basically making a mess of everything, and rather than like yelling and discouraging that behavior to even something as simple as that, or going outside and exploring and getting extremely muddy, to no matter what, embrace that curiosity, embrace that idea of creating, whether it is also in completely destroying your home and making a mess of everything that you have to clean up every single night. So we have a wonderful program here tonight for everyone, very excited. And it, again, was my honor to kind of welcome everyone. And the last piece before I step off is a piece of housekeeping with the microphones. You'll notice they are kind of, if I step back, it is very difficult to hear. So if we have our students that do come to the stage and are speaking, just make sure it's directly into the mic, because the moment you step back, no one on the stage is going to be able to hear unless you're talking directly into the microphone, very close to it. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that when you guys come up. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor here. Can you all please stand for the presentation of colors from our cadets. And now for our national anthem by Ms. Diana Pantoja from the PMSA Theater Department.
See by the dawn's early light
Get on Zoom here in just a moment.
Particular is just that I'm a parent here who has been parenting to 6 college graduates that were all products of this. So my purpose here today is that I'm trying to find some kind of way back in and offer some level of service within the community in which I still reside in the Maywood area. After having serving 35 plus years at Triton College as an academic advisor and a college counselor there. But tonight I'm here as a parent. And in addition to congratulating the young people for their achievement, I want to give a shout out to the parents as well, because I know I've been in your place and stuff, and it takes lots of sacrifice and time and effort to, motivate our kids and stuff many times to get to a point where they've made this level of achievement. So, and in doing so, I would like to also ask the young people, our young award recipients, to also give that shout out of affection and love and appreciation to their parents. for all that they've sacrificed in order to get you to this point. So, and in addition to that, I'd like for you to keep a place in your heart for those teachers that also helped you along the way in this process of your growth. Now, with all that being said, I'd like to, in the interest of brevity, I'd like to just leave you with a couple of tidbits, with one tidbit actually. And that tidbit is a quote that's designed to act as encouragement for you as you continue in your growth process. And I quote, "Be not dismayed if your endeavors are dismissed as utopian by the voices that would impose any suggestions of fundamental change. Trust in the capacity that your generation to disentangle itself from the embroilments of a divided world. To discharge your responsibilities, you will have to show forth courage. The courage of those who cling to the standards of rectitude, and who champion the cause of justice, and whose lives are characterized by the purity of thought and action, and whose purpose is directed by love and indomitable faith." And with that being said, I'm ready to yield this place in the program to Principal of Proviso East High School, Mr. Rodney Hall. And thank you for
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. McGee, for the introduction. I'll pull this down so everyone can hear me clearly. On behalf of Proviso East and the Proviso Township High School District, welcome. This is a wonderful evening to celebrate the accomplishments of our students, but also to celebrate the teachers that support here. And, you know, when Mr. Hurley asked me one or two times would I be here this evening to support this, I couldn't think of any better reason to celebrate some teachers that helped me along the way. And I will tell you that I grew up, my mother worked in education as an early childhood teacher. I grew up without a father. And so all of my teachers that I remember from kindergarten and all of my elementary years were all women. But the biggest impact that my teachers had was, you know, my third grade teacher, Ms. Vincent, my eighth grade teacher, Ms. Ford, and my high school freshman honors English teacher, Ms. Henning, who I'll speak about in detail because she taught me how to write. And all of these teachers had a profound impact on where I am today. And each supported me in making sure that I attained all the skills I needed to move on to the next grade. I will tell you that for 30 years, my password has been my third grade teacher. It's no longer, but Ms. Vincent had a profound impact on my life. My eighth grade teacher, Ms. Ford, prepared me for high school. And the conversations that we have still resonate with me today. My freshman English teacher, Ms. Henning, refused to let me quit and taught me how to write. And so as I did revision after revision after revision, and the red marks became less and less, you know, I obtained the skills that I needed to learn how to write and get through life. And so when I think about all the scholars across the district that are here to recognize teachers that have had an impact on them, I want to salute all of those students for being thoughtful enough to recommend the teachers and for all the teachers that have given back and supported these kids. Because the relationships don't end after the kids graduate from middle school or elementary school or high school. Some of those connections last a lifetime. I will tell you that my kindergarten teacher, who I came to meet a little bit later on in life because she was still working when I became an administrator, went from being my kindergarten teacher to being one of the teachers that worked under my supervision my first 2 years as a principal. So Ms. Wall, who I will always be fond of, had an impact on me that lasted a lifetime. One of my colleagues, Ms. Martinez, is here. She's going to come up and give some warm remarks, but I want to thank all of you for coming this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Ms. Martinez, and I'm the principal of PMSA. Thank you all for being here today, and thank you even more for sharing your children with us. We feel so fortunate to be able to have them in our schools. Their minds are amazing, and we're just so excited to be able to support them because we know that their potential is endless. When we talk about STEM, talk about engineering, I think about us in America and how we have so much potential. Our children here are our Google minds, our Apple minds. We need to encourage them to think outside of the box, to challenge thought, to think in innovative ways, have that entrepreneurial mindset. What the skills that they've gained here in Proviso Township are skills that they will carry with them forever. And these awards today just shows that we believe in all of you, and we know that you have a great deal of potential. Let's face it, there's a lot of problems in the world right now. And we truly believe that our children are our future leaders and can solve those problems. We want them to bring their very best ideas, creativity, create solutions to things there aren't solutions to. And we know and we believe that they truly are our future leaders. So I can speak for all of us, all the administration from Proviso, that we truly thank you for sharing your children. And for all of the students here, we're so proud of you. And please don't ever stop being creative. Don't ever stop dreaming. Know that no matter what you want to do, you can do it. And everybody that's in this auditorium right now believes in you. And we know that you're going to make this world a better place. So thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for supporting our scholars. And together, I truly believe that we can make a huge difference in our world, and we can help our kids to be our future leaders and really make this world a better place. So thank you all for encouraging that entrepreneurial mindset and that innovation, because that's what we really need right now in this world. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Sharon Williams, who's the Deputy Superintendent of Schools, who will give remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. I am here on behalf of our Superintendent, Dr. James L. Henderson, who couldn't be with us tonight. We really appreciate your attendance at this very august ceremony and celebration of our scholars. I appreciate each of you who are here in person this evening, and also for those of you who are viewing this live stream. I couldn't think of a better way to have a hump day than to honor scholars who give their very best in their classrooms, at home, and in their communities every day. So thank you. We want to honor you this evening. I also would like to give a very special appreciation to our coordinators who worked very hard alongside our schools, our school leaders to promote science and math in our school district. Thank you to our teachers, who we very much honor and appreciate for giving your everything to our students every day. And we really appreciate those of you who have come back, who continue to serve in the capacity of education and leadership in our school district, so that we can carry on this very honored tradition. So thank you for your attendance here tonight. Congratulations to each of you who are being honored this evening, and just keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, honored students, supportive families, and respected teachers.
I am Sharia Resin, a science teacher from Proviso East. Would the honored students from Proviso East enter the stage from the right aisle, and the respected teachers for those students enter the stage from the left aisle. Our first student is Adriana Ayala, who is receiving the highest award from the Society of Women Engineers.
Good afternoon to everyone who is here. Really to help us all out, our students. It really means a lot for everyone to be here. For everyone who's accepting an award that's incredible. I'd like to thank and appreciate my 8th grade science teacher, Ms. Gonzalez, now Ms. McKee. She supported and prepared me to succeed at Seminole by admitting her grand passion for science, something that I consume and use to this day. Standing here, I am proud to say that because of you, I will be pursuing my lifelong dream in the field of science.
Our next student is Angel Falco. She will be receiving the higher award from Society of Women's Engineers.
Good afternoon. I will be giving thanks to my 8th grade science teacher, Miss Fetz. She made science fun for me. I would tend to give up on myself and get frustrated, but she was always there giving words of encouragement and pushing me to my full potential. She reminded me of Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus, which gave me very much calmness at the beginning of the year when I was very nervous. As the school year went on, science became more like, I wanted to do it as a career. At the end of the year, I went on a Science Sister Day with her and some other girls that enjoyed science as much as I did. When I went on that with Loyola, it made me feel natural and that it was a career that I wanted to pursue.
Our next student is Marlani Yaholas. He'll be receiving the high honors from the Society of Women Engineers.
Hello. Of course, I'm not the student. My name is Bob Bleacher, and I will be helping to fill in a few blanks in case there's a student who can't make it tonight or a teacher who can't make it tonight. And And in this case, Marlene did leave a note, and I'd like to share it with all of you today. The teacher she named as an influence in her life was Donald Robinson. And she said this about Mr. Robinson, quote, "He would always be the first one to encourage me to do my work and would always help out whenever I would be stuck in an activity."
Our next student is Yahara Figueroa. She'll be receiving the high honors from the Society of Women Engineers.
Teacher, I want to thank Miss Ruin, teacher, who taught me that science could be fun, and she always made learning fun. She was always there for me and encouraged me to do my work. She would always try and find ways to make science fun and taught me how science can be fun. So thank you, Miss Ruin.
Our next student is Anna Reyes Garcia. She will be receiving the high award from the Society of Women Engineers.
And this is what Anna had to say about a teacher who influenced her, Miss Choi. Miss Choi exposed us to high school science in 7th and 8th grade. She always made sure we had a clear understanding of the content we were covering. I learned so much in her class.
Our next student is Angela Tavares, who will be receiving the high award from the Society of Women's Engineers.
Hello. The teacher I nominated was Miss Rulin. She made science a very interesting and engaging subject. I had a lot of fun learning with her. She had a lot of fun activities that we interacted with, and me and my classmates all remember her fondly for how much we enjoyed our experience with her. And so I thought that she was the clear choice for me to nominate for this award.
Our next student is Anthony Reyes. Who is receiving the Outstanding Physics Students from the American Association of Physics Teachers.
On behalf of Mr. Reyes, I'd like to hear what he had to say about Ms. Deng, who was a great influence on him. I selected Ms. Deng because she taught engaging subjects in science and helped me when I asked her questions about things. She helped me prepare for success in STEM fields by her ways of teaching, such as experiments, projects, and classwork that were fun, engaging, and informative. She also prepared me for success by giving advice and help towards me and other students, whether it's about the subject, school events, future career, or high school applications, which gave me time to think on what I should do to prepare myself for success.
Congratulations to all the Proviso East recipients. I am Suka Zuckins, the science teacher from Proviso West. I'm doing honors from Proviso West. Would the honor students from Proviso West please enter the stage from the right, left?
right aisle. And the respected teachers for those students into the stage. Right. On this this one we have for Proviso Awards for West, we have the highest, the higher, the high, and then our outstanding visit students from the American Association of Business Teachers. West SWE highest, Mia Garibay. If she's here virtually, be able to, or the teacher, remarks.
I do have this from Mia about Miss Munster, a teacher who had an influence on her. I selected this teacher because she allowed me to take full advantage of my passion for math. She supported me by pushing me past my limits, and it makes me the strong-minded individual I am today.
Alejandra Rios.
Alejandro singled out Mr. Williams as an influence, and she had this to say: his class was so fun, it made me enjoy learning.
Brenda Guerrero.
Ms. Guerrero had this to say about Ms. Tennessee: because she has been a big support for me and helped me with my post-high school education, she has had a great influence in my life.
Daniela Orellana.
I was more into art than I was into science. In science, and not a lot, I struggled a lot with math and science. But it was actually the only science teacher I could talk to. It was fun. I actually had a lot of fun. And once I entered high school, I actually realized I could math and fun with science. So I think I'm along for that.
Amaya Branch.
Ms. Branch singled out Kimberly Green as an influence and had this to say about her: Mrs. Green consistently pushed me to do better and made sure I knew everything for high school level math.
Serenity Duckins.
Good afternoon to everybody. I want to give thanks to my engineering teacher, Ms. Freeland, for recognition and encouraging me to continue pursuing engineering. I also want to give thanks to my mother, Ms. Duckins, for pushing me to be the best
Fatima, if you didn't have anything for Ms. Freeland, or is she present? Fatima Duran.
Fatima singled out Nancy Corsello as an influence on her education. I chose this teacher because she was always eager to teach us new things, which lured me in to listen. She was also the STEM club teacher, which I would stay for.
Elise Ellington.
Ms. Ellington singled out middle school teacher Kathy Peterson and had this to say: "This may have been in 7th or 8th grade, but we would go to the lab and do little experiments, and she would have us do the lab reports. In her classroom, she had plants everywhere, but we would do lab work such as forming hypotheses before we went to the lab. We would also do projects such as the telephone through the cup, and we also did one blindfolded."
Roisha Huey.
Good afternoon. I would just like to say thank you to my teacher, Ms. Lucas Dunkins, for encouraging me to stay on top of my work and nominating me for this award. I am very honored to receive this award, and I thank everyone who came out. I thank my parents and my sister who came to support me, and I just want to say thank you once again to Ms. Lucas Dunkins for always being there for me when I need to talk or when I need help. Thank you once again.
Guadalupe Gomez.
Ms. Gomez honored Mr. Bruce Williams and had this to say: "On my last year of middle school, my quarter 2 elective was STEM lab. That elective gave me more information on things like engineering, which I already had interest in before being in this class, which grew my love for engineering."
Amber Jimenez.
Good afternoon. The teacher I chose was Mr. Ramos. He helped me a lot, not just mentally. I mean, not just in class, but mentally at school. It sounds weird to say, but it was like a second dad to me. Yeah. And then I want to thank my parents too, because they pushed me to where I am today.
Fatima Montano.
Fatima honored Mr. Williams. "I selected this teacher because he made his STEM class interesting, and he helped me get into it more."
Desiree Mullen.
I selected my 7th grade science teacher, Mr. Rez. She made me fall in love with science even more and always put a smile on her faces and made work
Asia Rags.
Asia honored Patrick Lutz. She said this: Mr. Lutz helped me to create a project on people involved in STEM.
Elisa Rodriguez.
Julissa honored Miss Nagy. Quote, she explains everything very clearly, and she always made it fun.
Ian Taylor.
Ms. Taylor honored Mr. Hins. Well, he was the first teacher to show me how important my education is. He was a really strict teacher, but taught me not to give up on something I found interesting. So that's why I ended up going into engineering.
Gia Tyler. Ellie Valente. The respected teachers for Haley Valente are Michelle Casey, Jennifer Joseph, and Yosef Coffey. Jesslyn Vargas. The respected teacher is Yosef Coffey. Tia Villanueva.
Ms. Mia cited her experience in the 5th grade after-school coding club. She said this: since I am now in high school taking a Java class, I'm thankful that the program exposed me early into the tech world.
Liliana Vivar Escobar.
Liliana said this about Mr. Ramos: he helps me find the love of STEM I never thought I could have. He always made everything a thrill.
Brooklyn Aragon.
Brooklyn had this to say about Miss McKenzie: the math I had learned in this class helped me learn different techniques that helped me in all my future classes.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to say that I'm very grateful for this award, and I'd like to thank my career math teacher, Ms. Mackenzie, for helping me to build my road to success. And she always made math very fun, and gave me a new perspective on it, and helped me to be successful in the future.
So Brooklyn Aragon was the recipient of our Outstanding Physics Students from American Association of Physics Teachers. Next we have Edgar Garcia.
I would like to take the time to honor my 7th and 8th grade STEM teacher, Mr. Bruce Williams, for being a truly interesting teacher throughout my 2 years in Roosevelt Middle School, and for being someone who I genuinely believe saw me as a person. Because even though I was not the best at in his class initially, he strove to help me unlock my full potential. And for that, I am forever thankful.
And last but not least, Khalil Miller.
I'd like to thank my 7th and 8th grade teacher, for no succeeded and my parents for coming out here and supporting me.
Freeman Dyson, a very great physicist who died last year, who would have been 100 this year, and who was the teacher of 3 of my own teachers, wrote in his memoir about his experience as a high school student during the Second World War. And he said that science is a conspiracy of brains against ignorance, a revenge of victims against oppressors, territory of freedom and friendship in the midst of tyranny and hatred. And having seen our wonderful students here and giving us the chance to pay it forward a bit while they so richly pay it back to us, I'd just like to say that everybody here, teachers and students, welcome to the conspiracy. Let's keep it going, generation after generation. From PSA for the Society of Women Engineers, we'd like to begin by honoring Tanya Esparza, who I believe is here virtually. I don't know whether she can speak up. If not, I hope you'll speak up for her.
Tanya did have some words. They were for her sister, Guadalupe. He said this: I chose my sister because she inspires me to keep going, and she helps me whenever I'm confused. Although she hasn't gotten any training to be a teacher, I still think of her as one, since she taught me most things that I know now about science, technology, engineering, and math.
Next, we honor Elizabeth Flores.
Elizabeth said this about Mr. Sass from Stevenson Middle School. She said she honored this teacher because he helped make learning fun and made lessons understandable.
We'd like to honor Maya Harrison.
I just want to say thank you for this award. I've always been interested in engineering since I saw the movie Engineers. It really inspired me. But I didn't really get my joy until I entered my 8th grade STEM class with my teacher, Mr. Wilson. When I first began coding, we were coding cars to program them to move forward, backwards, and spin. And that's why I really gained my interest for engineering, and I've continued it into my learning experience at Keynote.
Next, we'd like to honor Gladys Martinez.
Thank you all for coming. I would like to thank Proviso for this award. I would like to thank my family for always being there for me.
And most notably, I'd like to thank my 5th grade math teacher, Mr. Hines. Not only was his classes very fun and entertaining, but the work that he gave was very difficult, which sounds negative, but it really gave me the push to see my full capabilities of math, and that's why I love it to real estate. It's my favorite subject. Thank you.
It's a very personal honor to recognize an extraordinary student of my own, Olivia Nava.
I want to thank my parents and my middle school teacher, Ms. Abraham, for their guidance and their encouragement in my academics.
Covering. Another wonderful student of mine, we'd like to honor Stephanie Pass.
Greetings to everyone. The teacher I wanted to give thanks to is my 7th grade algebra and advisory teacher, Ms. Wiseman. She was an amazing teacher to me. She really helped me out emotionally, and I can't tell you the amount of time she's helped me with personal issues. Math in 7th grade became particularly hard because I went from 6th grade math to algebra. And she was always there, and she always answered my questions and encouraged me to ask, and she reminded me that she would be glad to answer my questions because it was her job to help me and become the person I became today. And without her, I definitely wouldn't be where I am. And I also want to thank my parents, because they are really amazing and have always supported me in what I wanted to do, and I don't see it enough, but really, I'm really grateful, and I'm grateful to have been given this award.
Oh my God. Somebody was appreciative. Oh my God.
I hope it goes without saying, here also incredibly grateful for the wonderful students that you all send to us. Next, we'd like to honor Leslie Reyes.
my 8th grade science teacher, Mr. Ramos, because he always made class really interesting. He wouldn't just like read out of a book. He would do games, and he always made sure that we all understood. And I would also like to thank my 7th grade math teacher, Ms. Casey, and my STEM teacher, Ms. Carcelo, and my family for coming.
Mr. Caldwell, my opposite number teaching physics at PMSA, couldn't be here tonight. A teacher's work is never done, and he's off tutoring physics at this very moment. He wanted me to be sure that I spoke on his behalf to thank his students this year who have been every bit as extraordinary as mine have. And I'd like to honor Nubia Zapata, please. I believe she's online. I see her up there. She can unmute. That would be great. If not, then perhaps she has to say about her teacher.
Hi, I wanted to say thank you to my 7th grade math teacher, Ms. McKenzie. She really challenged me and helped me to be a great problem solver. I wouldn't have had this opportunity without her. Thank you.
Next, another wonderful student of Mr. Caldwell, Cynthia Zaragoza. Cynthia, are you here? Or there?
Cynthia honored Miss O'Brien, Cynthia O'Brien, and she had this to say about her. With her use of real-life scenarios, she completely altered my view of what science and mathematics was. She taught in a way that made me see how fundamentally embedded those concepts were to the world around me, and that fascinated me.
Next, with awards from the American Association of Physics Teachers, we'd like to give an Outstanding Physics Student Award to Aditya Kumar.
Aditya honored Mr. Bruce Williams and said this: I selected Mr. Williams because he was a STEM teacher and we did a lot of fun projects that sparked my curiosity in engineering. Especially working on robots, it was pretty fun working on them and programming them to do tasks. He also taught us math, which helps me still today.
Next, we honor Philip Obazoye.
Philip honored Miss Anna Meyer. This teacher was the first out of the ones I've had that introduced me to the type of thinking that will later help me in areas like physics, such as plain evidence reasoning format, still used on the lab worksheets I've worked on this year.
We're also very proud to honor Daniel Palomino Gomez.
I'm a little bit nervous here seeing all of you. I hope that you've all had a wonderful evening. My name is Daniel Palomino Gomez, and the person I would like to honor is Miss Megan O from. She used to be a Stevenson middle school teacher. God, I'm so nervous. I would like to honor her because she really was a fantastic STEM teacher, And she really was, God, I'm really, as you can tell, folks, I'm pretty nervous about this. So, okay, let's get my thoughts straight. All right, so I'd like to honor Miss Megan Alt. She was a fantastic STEM teacher at Stevenson Middle School. I chose her because I really love the work that she assigned to us, I guess I could say. Her projects were really unique, and I found them quite fun. And another thing I'd like to mention is, and seventh year she had us do a bunch of programming, and she really did foster my desire to continue after programming. So that is why today that is part of the reason why I'm in robotics at PMSA. So I really have to thank her for all of that. Am I done? I think I'm done. Miss Megan Olds, you are a queen.
I didn't actually stack the deck to put my own students last, but I'm happy it turned out that way. Christian Reese, come on.
Hello everybody. Oh, that's loud. Hello everybody, my name is Christian Reese, and the teacher that I've chosen to thank today is Dr. Burton. Now I realize we're supposed to choose a middle school or elementary teacher, but I didn't see those instructions when I filled out the form. I don't regret making this decision though, because Dr. Burton is not only one of the most intelligent people I've ever met, he's also humble, kind, and provides me with all the right information to grow myself as a student who wishes to grow one day and reach the level of understanding about the universe that he has. It's really cool. I love physics. I'm really nervous. That's crazy. Thank you, Dr. and Dr. Cena, which is perfect. For all these things, I'm looking forward to learning more from you during my years at these.
Brandon Arnold Wallace.
I am here to commendate my 6th and 8th grade math teacher, Mr. Stiglitz. He has truly pushed me to be better by giving me advanced work so that I could prepare myself for excellence in STEM-related fields. He also encouraged me when times got tough and reminded me to never give up no matter the circumstances.
And finally, our own tutor, Uncle Satoye. Honorees, please make sure you stick around for photographs. We'd all be very proud to have our pictures taken with you at some point.
I would like to thank Mr. Brian Schultz at Grace Lutheran School, with whom I had math and science with for 2 years. Mr. Schultz was very effective at explaining concepts in both math and science, and this gave me a solid foundation for high school. At PMSA, I have Dr. Burton for physics, and I would also like to thank him for his contagious enthusiasm for physics.
Thank you all.
All right, well, thank you, everyone. It's so wonderful to see the passion and the excitement for learning and for STEM and engineering. We wish you all the best in the future. We believe in you. We're always here for you to help. For those of you that would like to come up for photographs, you may please line up here and you can come up and get a photograph because all of you have done an excellent job and we want to make sure we capture that. Everybody please be careful tonight going home and thank you again for sharing your children with us.